Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, and I also want to welcome all my new members who've joined my membership. What I've got here in the shop today, guys, is a STIHL MS 291 chainsaw. This saw is pooched, and I know exactly why. It's not what you think it is, and I want to show you this in the video and tell you how to avoid this. Alright, so if you do small engine repair like me, anytime you get a saw in the shop, the first thing you want to check is the compression. You can pull the pull cord out of the saw here to feel it. Also make sure the saw does not have a decompressor, because if the decompressor is activated, you're going to get a lot less compression and you might think that the engine is pooched. There is no decompressor on this saw here, and it does pull a lot easier than it should. Now, a good gauge to go by is if you pull on the cord with one hand, you should be able to lift the saw. It should have enough compression to do that. However, I'm pulling this saw here with one hand. Look at that. And the saw is not coming up off the bench. So it definitely has an issue. I'm just going to show you another saw with good compression, and I'll show you the difference here before I get into it. This is an old 009 saw from STIHL. Compression is just amazing on this saw. Look at that. Just lifting this up with one arm and it's not even going down. The other thing you can do is pop the cover off if you're not sure. Put a compression gauge in the cylinder and test your compression. You want over 120 at least. Anything higher than that is a huge bonus. I try to go over 150. If I see over 150, then I think, yeah, this is a great saw. The easiest way though, as I've showed in many videos before, is to just take off the muffler here, and that'll give you a nice clear picture of what's going on. So let's do that. It is pooched, by the way. Guaranteed when I take this off that they're scoring. So I'll take this cover off here first. So on these saws with these little covers over the bolts, just grab a small pick, get in there, and just pop them out. Now when you put these back in, you just pop them in here and just tap it lightly with a hammer, and they're going to go back in. Alright, so you'll need a T27 screwdriver or a bit on your impact. And this will come off right here. Alright, let's zoom in and see what's going on there. Look at all that scoring. Those are deep score marks. So this is why this saw will not start. So we've confirmed that the engine is pooched. Now, why did this happen? Alright, so the first thing you want to check if you have a scored piston and cylinder is the fuel that's in the saw right now. So I'll do that right now to show you. Now this is a 2-cycle engine. For those of you new to small engines here, you need mixed gas in a chainsaw. So what I'll do is dump some gas in a container to make sure it's colored and mixed. And it is mixed gas. So this is not the issue of why this chainsaw cylinder and piston are scored. Now some of you that are seasoned chainsaw repair guys probably are thinking the same thing as me. And what I'm thinking is that the chain on this saw is probably dull. And it's been run with a dull chain trying to cut, and it's not putting a proper load on the chainsaw. Therefore, it's kind of like sitting in your car in park or neutral and revving your engine until something goes boom. So let's have a look at the chain here and confirm that. And sure enough, guys, that's what it is. This chain is dull. We just had an ice storm here where I live, and there's trees all over the place that have fallen down, branches, all that kind of stuff. So I've had a flood of chainsaws in the shop lately in the last 2 weeks here. And people who don't really use chainsaws that much are getting their chainsaws out or buying new chainsaws and cutting firewood or cutting the branches, to clear their yards. And some people, because they don't use chainsaws every day, may not realize the importance of using a sharp chainsaw versus using a dull one and the damage that that can cause. So this chain here is super dull, and the customer says that they did use proper mixed fuel all the time, and I do believe them. So my only conclusion here is that the dull chain has overheated the engine because the engine was revving too high with no load. Kind of like I told you, if you sit in your car neutral or park and just rev your car to the highest RPMs that it'll go. You have to remember, some of these chainsaws rev over 10,000 RPMs per minute. They're high revving engines and they're susceptible to this kind of catastrophe like you see here on this one. Now that's the reason I wanted to make the video, because I do know you've seen dozens of scored chainsaws on my YouTube channel, but this one is a little different. I have talked about this in the past about dull chains as to what it can do, but I actually had a real life scenario here come in the shop and I thought I'd share it with you guys. What I do recommend to prevent this is learn how to file your chainsaw by hand. So if you can't bring your chain to a shop, you can at least touch it up when you're in the field using it. And when you're using your chainsaw, if you notice it's not really cutting, you really have to push hard and it's smoking, even though you have oil in the reservoir here. That's a telltale sign that your chain is dull. Instead of having chips coming out at the back, wood chips, you're going to have more like dust coming out because the chain is not really biting into the wood. And again, here's a look at this chain, at how dull it is. Also, when you sharpen your chain, make sure to bring the rakers down about 20 thousandths below the cutter. That makes a huge difference. If you just sharpen your chain and you don't lower the raker here, you can still not have a saw that is cutting the way it should. So here's a sharp chain on the left, a new chain, compared to the dull chain on the saw here. I just want you guys to see the difference. That'll make all the difference to your saw, guys. Also, this can happen over time as well. It may not happen with one chain that's dull. This could be an accumulative process where a person uses their saw often with a dull chain. They may not blow it up on the first go, but if there's a big job to do, like I said, we had an ice storm here. People have been clearing their yards sometimes for over a week. So at that point, if you don't properly get your chain sharpened, you're definitely going to blow up your engine, just like this one. Now, the parts in Canada here are so crazy expensive to repair this. I didn't even bother calling the STIHL dealer because usually it's like $300-400 for that cylinder kit. And this one is a little bit more labor because it's an entire block inside the casing. So it's like twice the labor that it would be like if you were doing this on a STIHL MS261, because on a Pro saw, the cylinder will come up right from here on up. And the case is made of metal, not plastic. And it's not an entire block that is sitting in there. So these are a bit more labor. All I'm going to do here, guys, is call the customer, tell them what happened, and tell them to just go buy a new one, maybe buy the exact same saw and have a part saw. Anyway, that's my conclusion on the diagnosis for this saw here. I have no way of verifying that the customer used the proper mixed fuel in this saw. Sometimes I get people, they'll put straight gas, realize what they've done, dump that out, put some mixed gas, and then go to a shop. I have no way of verifying that, but I do believe the customer. So my conclusion is this was caused by a dull chain. I thought I'd share it with you guys in case you've just gone out and bought yourself a nice new saw. I don't want to see you guys blow it up. So make sure your chain is always sharp, and make sure, guys, you always have to have a load on the chainsaw. It cannot be revving kind of like your car would in neutral or park. So hopefully this video has helped you out, and maybe the video here will save another chainsaw. Make sure to like the video, guys, and make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.